One of the most difficult times or things to explain to a lot of folks, especially friends and family, is how they should be upset about this new digital surveillance world. And every now and then we are able to show them something that's done maybe in another country that presages or acts of vatic and pythonic when it comes to our own particular limitation. Now it works like this. Is this a form of convenience, or is this a gateway to surveillance? So the rule is that Scotland is pressing forward with a new digital ID system. And while a lot of folks claim it will offer convenience, when it does, and simplified access to public services and the like, privacy advocates are sounding the alarm. Now, behind this kind of polished language of modernization lies a very, very deeply concerning trend, okay? Centralized identity systems. And it works like this. And they threaten to erode and basically destroy personal freedoms. It allows surveillance like you've never imagined, and it creates a digital paper trail of your entire life. Now, what's being proposed is simply this. The Scottish government is developing a digital identity Scotland program. Okay, it's designed to give citizens a single, reusable login that can be used to access a wide range of government services, from tax filings and healthcare to education, housing, and it's being marketed as user-friendly and secure with a pilot program already underway. Now, this system would let individuals prove their identity online in order to interact with the government portals. So while also, storing personal data, of course, official documents and service histories in one centralized place. How convenient. Now, at first glance, this may sound like a win for efficiency, right? I mean, after all, it makes sense, doesn't it? To collectively collect and contain something in one particular place. But the deeper implications are where things get interesting. Centralization is control. See, what happens when your entire digital footprint, your medical records, your job history, tax information, legal documents, whatever, the more they're consolidated, the more of a problem. Okay? When you create a single point of failure for hackers and a single point of control for the government, you got a problem. See, one of the biggest red flags is that this digital ID isn't merely a login tool, it's the framework for a citizen profile. This is a centralized identity system that allows those in power to not only verify who you are, but also monitor what you do, to restrict access and even revoke privileges. If you're deemed non-compliant with political or social norms, you're through. And it's easier to get you by virtue of this. Now, I know this sounds far-fetched. I know people are going to say, well, ask the people of China. Ask the people of China where digital ID systems are tied to social credit scores and behavior monitoring. Or you can look at Canada, where citizens saw their bank accounts frozen over protest involvement. You see, the infrastructure is always sold as helpful. It's always there to help until it's weaponized. Now, who gets to decide this? It's a good question. Another issue with Scotland's digital ID proposal is the lack of clear oversight. There are no, oversight, but also consent frameworks, data ownership. Who owns this? Once your data is in the system, can it be deleted? Who has access to it? What if you want to opt out? What if you say, you know what, I'm out of here. Too late. The Scottish government says the system will be completely voluntary, at least for now. But once a critical mass of services are tethered to this ID, opting out will mean opting out of society. You see, this isn't just theoretical. We've seen this playbook before during the pandemic. Vaccine passports. Remember that? They went from optional to required for work. Remember that? Travel, dining, and access to public life in places. Digital ID could follow the same path. Think about it. Coercion through dependence. And privacy groups, thank God for them, are pushing back. See, groups like Open Rights Group and Big Brother Watch have been ringing the alarm bells, warning everybody that this kind of system sets a dangerous, dangerous precedent. Jim Killock of Open Rights Group noted that digital identity schemes, once embedded, are hard to dismantle, and they tend to evolve into tracking platforms rather than mere login solutions. And while the Scottish government insists that the system will comply with GDPR, privacy experts show that this claim is, well, was rather kind of toothless. It sounds good. And as far as practice goes, who knows? But with the rise of AI and government data sharing agreements, what's to stop this data from being used in predictive policing or blacklisting or algorithmic bias? So what's the end game? Listen to me here. The concern here is not just about what this digital ID system does now, but what it enables in the future. See, that's critical. Want a bank account? Show your digital ID. Want to travel? Digital ID required. Want access to medical treatment or public transportation? Flash your QR code. Want to protest, speak out, or donate to the wrong cause? Well, enjoy your restricted access. See, you tell people this and they say, whatever. Because remember what I'm telling you. My enemy, the enemy is not the deep state. It's my fellow citizens who don't have any imagination, who turned off everything along. I don't know why. They just said, whatever. I don't know. Just give me this kind of like this surface level Fox News world, and that's all. Just give me the headlines, but give me the bumper sticker stuff. This is the scaffolding of digital authoritarianism. This is dressed up as modernization. And remember, resistance in this isn't futile, it's necessary. Scotland isn't alone. The UK, EU, Australia, and many other countries are pushing similar systems under the umbrella of tech innovation. But once these systems are in place, the goalposts and the end game changes quickly. So we've got to challenge the normalization of the digital ID and ask hard questions. Why now? Why now? Cui prodest? Cui bono? Who profits from this? What happens when political tides shift? You see, the right to remain anonymous, to move freely, and to access public services without surveillance is fundamental, foundational to a free society. And these digital ID systems, while dressed in the language of progress, they chip away at those freedoms, one login at a time. And my friend, it's not about resisting technology. It's about resisting technocracy and Big Brother and Big Tech. So if citizens don't draw the line now, they may soon find themselves asking permission just to exist. And you may think, I think you've gone a little too far there. This can't happen in our country. Really? You really think that, huh? Didn't Wuhan teach you anything? Didn't COVID teach you anything? I hope it does. I know you're listening. I know you believe me. So, my friend, do me a favor. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell so you're notified of live streams and new videos, and whatever you do, I beg, beseech, importune, and entreat you to comment, especially the questions I put out. Comment as you see fit.